I want to welcome everybody again and thank you for being here. Like Jen and I just always know that if you're here, you were meant to be here. There's going to be something in this for you today that you're meant to hear. We all go through different things and challenges in our life. So we just really want to talk more on a daily basis, a weekly basis about what we talk about during the week because it's about helping and guiding you and you having a safe place where you can just listen to these messages. And again, we want to ask you if these messages are touching you anyway, please like and subscribe because it really helps us to keep going and it helps other people to find these messages too and understand that's what energy is. It's about share. It's about moving it forward because what you do, you receive back. So Jen, I know you always handle everything for me. I know people ran into you with emails, so I know you get a lot of questions. So I'm kind of looking forward to what we're going to talk about today.
So, if you feel like your life is on pause, nothing's moving, but something just kind of feels different inside for you, this is your episode. You may be feeling behind, forgotten, or even frustrated. And so, the question I'm going to start with is spiritually, what's happening when someone does feel stuck?
So it was really interesting. This past week was probably most of what I was receiving from clients when they come. I connect people to their loved ones in heaven, but this week was really about people just feeling this, like this energy where people are just feeling like, I don't know what I'm doing. And I just feel like what I'm doing isn't enough. And I always want to backtrack them, like he's saying. So it's like if you called someone for a job interview, right? And this was a lot of this. And then they'll just say, I didn't hear anything. So they're right away feeling like, I'm not supposed to have it. It isn't for me. Did you call back? Did you keep putting your energy? So when we feel stuck, it's always like it's like being like on a roller coaster, right? You're going up top and then all of a sudden you're just sitting for a little bit and it's like, oh God, when's it gonna go? And I'm anxious, I'm nervous, and all of a sudden it takes off. Well, that's really what the pauses are. The pauses are to get you ready and saying, are you prepared? Are you doing everything that you need because it's coming? See, worrying isn't going to make something come sooner. It's just going to make you feel more worried, but it's not going to make it come sooner or happen faster. Pauses are just preparing you for what's to come. We need to have the pauses because when you ask for something, you're going to receive it one way or the other. Your energy is going to be out there. It shows up before you do. Your energy always shows up before you do. We always said, you ever met someone and said, I knew they were going to be nice. It's because you were already feeling their energy. It showed up before they did. So the same thing with the pauses. It's just getting you ready for what's happening. Because if you ask for something, you're going to receive an answer. You are absolutely going to receive an answer and it will happen. So that's just preparing you and saying, are you ready? Are you
So,
ready?
it's important, I think, for people to understand it's not actually stagnation,
No.
it's preparation. And
Yes.
why does preparation feel so uncomfortable?
Because we're always worried we didn't do what we need. It's like, look at it like this. My angels always love to show me scenarios. So it's like taking a trip, right? And the one thing I always worry about, did I pack everything? I always I always just say, "Oh my god, did I forget something? Did I pack everything?" So what it's doing is making you go down the list. So it's like, "Did I bring this? Did I put this in the suitcase? Oh my gosh, I forgot the one thing that I needed." So it's like they'll want you to sit back. It's like a checklist going to the store, right? We'll try to do it in our mind, and we always come home and say, "I forgot the one thing I needed." So what it does is those pauses want you to go back before this next big chapter in your life comes. Are you ready for this? Is your soul really putting all the energy into it that you need? Because sometimes we get complacent. We think we put all the energy into something, and the soul's going to say to you, no, you really did not concentrate on that one area. Don't take anything for granted. Go back. Make sure you understand that you're putting the love and energy into that one little piece. It's like a puzzle, right? Did you put it in? And honestly, that to me is the biggest thing. When we want something, we ask for it. Sometimes we just think, okay, I asked for it. I don't have to do anything else. But you do. If you plant, we talk about this. If you plant a tree and you water it for the first 2 weeks and you're going, oh my gosh, look at it. And then you walk away and it's shriveled up because we just
Very
stopped putting
true.
the energy. So the preparation means you need to continually, do you understand? When it's pauses, sometimes it means you got to keep keeping this energy in this every single day. Every day you've got to send out love saying, this is going to be great. I can't wait to have this happen. This is already mine. And that's really what it is. It's pausing you. It's not that it's not going to happen. It's just kind of saying to you, are you ready?
Yeah. And I think, like you said, the spirit does guide you. They're not going to guide you back to old doors. They're not supposed to reopen. You move forward. You're going to start craving alignment over attention. So, what is something everyone should be focused on during this season as far as like habits, like you said? What would be helpful?
What I always receive from my divine and even with me, like when I see clients, I don't take it for granted. Like I get myself prepared. I get prepared. I know, do you understand? I'll just ask for divine guidance and I always ask for help. So when I have a session and I know someone's coming, I come in and I do, and I sage the room. I get prepared. I say blessings. I say prayers, and I ask for blessings and love and light around the person that's coming. And then I just sit back and I thank them because I know then I'm going to receive what I need. The biggest thing is believing in what you're doing. We ask for something, then we immediately say, "Not gonna happen." And that's what our blocks are. That's what also too, sometimes preparing is, Jen, just believing that you deserve it. Because we'll ask for something and people go, "No, I'm not gonna get it. I don't deserve this. It's gonna be for someone else." You do deserve it. You will receive it. So it's removing blocks. I think the biggest thing is to remove the blocks that we put up because we ask for something and we will immediately put up that wall because we get afraid. See, we think if we just already assume we're not gonna get it, it's easier than if we don't. Instead of saying, "No, I'm gonna walk through that door."
Yeah.
We always have the key, we just have to find the right door, and
Yeah.
that's really what it is.
It is. I think that's great. I think breaking the habit of giving ourselves the blocks. Habits can be hard to break, but they are possible. You can create new habits. So just starting by staying positive and saying, you're speaking what you want instead of saying like, oh, that's not going to happen. Like you said, somebody goes for a job and they don't hear something immediately and they're like, oh, it's not for me. I'm not going to get it. I think when you start speaking out negative things, you are blocking the blessings that are coming to you and that are meant for you. So I definitely think that's good for habit forming is to stay positive. And that just it becomes a habit when you start doing it every day. So it may feel like a chore or a task initially, but once you are doing that and it will become a habit to you eventually. So what would you say to somebody who feels forgotten?
That's one that really touches my heartstrings for so many people because they come and they just feel overlooked and unseen, and it's never about that, and see, I think being forgotten sometimes, I think that kinda ties into comparison because we compare to others where they're at and what they're doing, and it makes us feel unseen, and that makes us feel forgotten when we all have our own separate journey that we're supposed to have. So, if you feel unseen, it's not that. It's about looking at somebody else's life and more or less, what I know to be true is looking at what they have, and that makes you feel so sad about yourself when it's never about that. Your journey, everybody's journey here is so incredible and it's so amazing, and for the people that feel I want you to understand you are loved more than you can ever imagine, and when you start to understand, feel the energy, allow it to come through and just saying, "This is gonna be my day, this is my time," and the more we do positive affirmations, I cannot emphasize this enough, we get up in the mirror every day and we just say, "I'm ugly. I look terrible. I'm fat. I hate my hair. This is gross. This day." And we have about 30,000 negative thoughts before we get out the door. And it's just a fact. And that also makes you start to feel unseen and it makes you start to shrink. When you just start to say, "You know what? I'm really proud of myself. I'm really proud." And no matter if somebody says something negative to you during the day, see, being unseen, I think, comes from the negative thoughts and negative energy. But when you start to just say, "I can do this. I'm proud of myself for where I am. I'm proud of myself for what I've did with what I have," then it starts to make you sit up a little bit more. And when you start to sit up a little more, everyone starts to feel your energy. Right? They start to notice you. So everyone can do this. I just think it's really important to every morning get up and say 10 positive things to yourself. "I'm proud of myself. I'm going to do a great job today. I'm proud of what I did yesterday." That starts to make your energy shift and it makes you feel heard. We all want to be validated. It's just like if you open the door for someone, you want someone to say thank you, not just walk by, right? How
Yeah.
people just walk in today and say, okay, so say to yourself, "You know what? You could say, like, to yourself, if you open the door from Jen, that was really nice in your own voice. That was really nice of me to open that door for that person. Even if I didn't get acknowledged, we can't look for other people's acknowledgement to make our life. And that's what we do. We base our happiness on how somebody else looks at us. It's
Yeah.
got to come from within. We cannot expect other people to make us happy. It's not their job. We have to just say, "You know what? I'm proud of myself. I did that. You know what? Good job." And when you start to do it for yourself, that doesn't mean become narcissistic and do you understand like that? That just means saying, "You know what? I'm going to validate my own self if somebody else didn't." And then that makes you feel seen in your own eyes and everything starts at home. Everything starts with yourself.
Yeah, and I think that actually helps to set up healthy boundaries for yourself. When you speak positive to yourself, that's the expectation you're going to have for other people. And that's when you don't allow other people to speak down to you or be negative to you. You have the choice to walk away from that type of behavior. You do not have to sit in that. So I think that's very, very important to start with those positive affirmations. in the
And I
moment.
still, Jen, want people to understand that the divine world, and it's not just you. When you do something, it's so much bigger. And this is what I really can't emphasize enough, that the divine world, your spirit guides, God, the divine spiritual team that we all have, they're helping us with this. We're not doing anything on our own. So the more we stay connected to what we already have, it's going to help your life in ways you can't even imagine. There's so much more, Jen.
Well, yeah, I was going to say if this episode gave you the clarity that you were looking for, or even started looking for, remember to tune in next week because we talk about real spiritual growth here.
Yes, and this is for everyone. This is a place where everyone can come and just I always like to finish what I want to say to all of you is always be kind to that beautiful heart of yours. Always trust your soul because God knows you deserve it. And we will see you next time.